Life was anything but glamorous for this curly-headed toddler. Her name? Betty Lou Sharp. She was raised off 105th North Street in Columbus, Ohio. Her relationship with her father, Orville Sharp, was almost non-existent during her first few years of life due to his involvement as a U.S. soldier during World War II. He was stationed in Germany, so when letters arrived from him, her mother Martha would immediately open them, only showing her small child pictures of where her daddy was. While he was away, Betty and her mother had to struggle to survive. Rations meant less material for clothing and even less to eat. She attended school and church as a way to escape hardship. When her father did return from war, her mother quickly became pregnant. In just a few years' time, Betty acquired a total of 5 siblings: Linda, Jeannie, Gracie, Jim, and baby Sharp. The 5th child did not live long enough to be bestowed a name. After the family had grown in size, her father became flooded with expenses and turned to the bottle. The family memories remain of mixed emotions even after his death. Betty was forced into the parental role after her mother realized how hard it really was to raise a family. Betty would wake up extra early and make sure her brother and sisters were fed, dressed, and off to school each morning. Even in her early teens, she held an after-school job. At the age of 15, she began to date Grandma Downey. She says to this day he was her real-life Elvis. When she turned 16, she skipped class and married him and became known as Betty Downey. Then, by her early 20s, she had 2 beautiful daughters, Betty Lynn and Laura. Life was anything but easy. She held various jobs, such as a bus driver, but as soon she learned this would not do if she were to ensure her children a better chance to succeed. Betty followed her husband's footsteps into law enforcement. At first, she was a Marine Park officer dealing with drunken drivers, multiple boat crashes, and unforgettable dead bodies. In order to become a street cop, she had to drop in ranks and go through the police academy all over again as a rookie. It was a battle, but she made it. Both her daughters followed suit and became Columbus police officers. Betty remains on the force to this day and recently was honored with 30 years of service. If risking her life wasn't enough to service the community, she was given the opportunity to change the lives of 4 troubled children. The trips to OSU Medical Center, private schooling, and even to psychologists were not only time-consuming, costly, they were emotionally draining. Through it all, she persevered and kept her loving smile. This incredible woman might be known as Officer Downey to some, Betty Lou or Mom to others, but to me, she's my grandma. While my parents were hard at work, she raised me. She instilled in me the morals and values that are still evident in me today. My grandma has always been my rock, my inspiration. And I am so proud to showcase her story to you today. Grandma, I love you more than anything.